A man named Simon Stock could not believe his ears when he heard one of the most generous heavenly promises of all eternity given to him by Our Lady. That great promise is that all who die wearing the brown scapular will not go into the fire of hell. All of this happened when Simon, with no one to turn to, brought this heavy heart to the Blessed Mother and received a miracle in return. Howdy, and welcome to America Needs Fatima. My name is Adrian Fonseca, and thank you for joining me today. And if you want a Mass said every day in your name, please click right here. And if you want to subscribe so you never miss out on another video, well, you can click the subscription button right down there. And if you want to hear an absolutely incredible story of Our Lady's power and love, well, just keep watching. One day, a long time ago, three outstanding men of God bumped into each other while walking the streets of Rome. Friar Dominic of Guzman, Brother Francis of Assisi, and Friar Angel, who had come from Mount Carmel in Palestine. During the conversation, Saint Dominic prophesied, "One day, Brother Angel, the Blessed Mother will give your Carmelite Order a devotion to be known as the Brown Scapular, and to my order of preachers, a devotion called the Rosary. And one day, she will save the world through the Rosary and the Scapular." But let me back up just a little bit. According to tradition, the Order of Carmel was born from the followers of Saint Elias, the prophet of fire, and his successors. Then from Palestine, the hermits of Mount Carmel moved to Europe, including England, where Saint Simon Stock lived. At Our Lady's wish, Saint Simon received the habit of the Carmelite Order, and later became the Vicar General of all Carmelite provinces in Europe. But after a time, Saint Simon faced a real storm of persecution against the Carmelites in Europe. With no one to turn to, he resorted to the Blessed Mother with all the sadness of his heart, asking her to help his order and to send a sign of her alliance with it. On the morning of July 16, 1251, he said, "Suddenly the Virgin appeared to me with a great retinue, and having the habit of the order in her hand, told me, 'Receive, my beloved son, this habit of thy order. This shall be to thee, and to all Carmelites, a privilege, that so whosoever dies clothed in this shall never suffer eternal fire. It shall be a sign of salvation, a protection in danger, and a pledge of peace. Whosoever dies clothed in this scapular will not suffer eternal fire." That most special grace was immediately distributed in places where the Carmelites were established and confirmed by many miracles, to such an extent that the Carmelite Order were silenced. What an incredible example of Marian protection. Our Blessed Mother loves us so much that she offers many tools that will both protect us as well as aid in our salvation. The scapular, the Holy Rosary, and don't forget, the incredible graces given by the Holy Mass. And speaking of Mass, keep in mind that you could have a Catholic Mass prayed for you every day in your name if you join the special Child of Mary group, along with a beautiful pin and a subscription to Crusade magazine. Every Child of Mary member has a Mass prayed in their name every single day, all year long. If you would like to become a Child of Mary, take a look at the link in the description below, or you can go ahead and click right here. And if you want to learn more about the daily Mass we offer, stick around to the end of the video and I'll explain a little more. Thank you. Okay, back to the story of the scapular. Remember, Our Lady had just showered the Carmelite monasteries with special graces that protected them from their enemies. In addition to this special grace of eternal salvation connected with the brown scapular, Our Lady gave another promise known as the Sabbatine privilege. The following century, on March 3rd, 1322, she appeared to Pope John XXII. She told those who wore her scapular, "As a tender mother, I will descend into purgatory on the Saturday after their death and deliver them and bring them to the holy mountain, into the happy sojourn of life everlasting." That is, if all the conditions of the Sabbatine privilege are fulfilled. We can be certain that Our Lady will be faithful to her promise, but only so long as you keep your end of the deal. Now I'll end with a quick story for you about that. While preaching some missions, a young man decided to quit his life of sin and receive the scapular. Sometime later, he leaped back into disorderly passions and became even worse. However, he kept wearing the scapular around his neck. While he was struck down with serious illness, he dreamed that he found himself before the just tribunal of God, who condemned him to hell for his wretched life. The young man argued with the supreme judge that he was wearing the scapular of his Holy Mother, but his arguments were in vain. "And where are the customs you should have kept that match this scapular?" God asked him. Not knowing what to answer, the unfortunate young man turned to Our Lady. "I cannot undo what my son has done," she answered. "But madam," the young man exclaimed, "I will change." "Do you promise?" "Yes." "Live then." At that point, the patient awakened, frightened to death by what he had seen and heard, and resolved from that time forward to wear Mary's scapular with greater seriousness. Okay, about that daily mass I mentioned earlier in the video. When we started our Child of Mary group, we wanted to do everything we could to help members of the group in their spiritual battles, which is why we asked a local priest to hold a daily mass for each and every one of our Children of Mary members. Each day he prays a full Catholic Mass and offers it for the Children of Mary, filling their lives with the special graces the Mass gives us. We also send each Child of Mary a special pin and a free subscription to Crusade magazine. But in my mind, the daily Mass is the greatest gift of them all. And that's our story for today. Our Lady of Mount Carmel, pray for us. Thank you for watching, everyone. May God bless you and Mary Immaculate keep you under her mantle. God love you. Thanks for watching. To save souls, there needs to be more Fatima-focused content on YouTube. If you agree and you want to help me make more videos, please join our special Child of Mary group. As a Child of Mary, you'll get a beautiful Fatima pin, plus inspiring reports on America Needs Fatima work to save souls. Click the link in the description below to learn more and become a Child of Mary. God love you.